There are many stereotypes around consulting and life as a consultant. Today, we will demystify, separate the myths from the facts. And the first of those stereotypes is about the glamour of being a consultant. When you are a consultant for a top firm, you'll be staying at very nice hotels, 5 stars most of the time, Hilton, Hyatt, Sheraton. You'll be going to very nice restaurants, whether with your team or with the client. And you'll be traveling very often in business class. So on the surface, it looks a very glamorous lifestyle. But peel underneath and you will see that it's not exactly like that. The reason is that you don't have time to enjoy those perks. If you are at a hotel with a nice spa and a nice fitness and swimming pool, when do you have time to use it? Or the fact that you can go to a nice restaurant doesn't mean you do that. Most of the times, you end up eating room service at your hotel. So the glamour is more a myth than reality. In real life, it doesn't feel that glamorous, even though occasionally you are reminded of that. The second of these preconceptions or ideas is about the secrecy involved in consulting, where a consultant cannot even disclose what he is doing or to whom he is working. And that is very true. As a consultant, you are not allowed to disclose who are you working for and the type of project that you are involved with. Think about it. You may be cutting jobs at a big company, or you may be deciding which company to acquire. All these issues are very confidential in nature, and consulting firms go to great length to preserve those confidences. Which means if a paper comes out of a printer, you need to make sure that that paper gets caught by you or eliminated, shredded into pieces. And a lot of secrecy around, for example, where you store files in your computer, or how you transmit information. You always need to be logged to a VPN. So it is very true, that's a fact, that secrecy is at the core of the top consulting firms. The third idea is about performance. Many people know that consulting firms are very focused on high performance, high ambitious individuals. And there's the idea that in consulting, either you are up or you go out. Either you get promoted or you get out of the company. And that is exactly what happens. Actually, this up or out philosophy is beneficial for everyone. On the one hand, it keeps the consultants motivated, driven to perform, to improve, to develop. And on the other hand, it makes it easy for those who are not following that path, that progression, to do something else, to leave. And the firm helps those that don't perform to land good jobs. So it is a win-win. Make sure that the environment inside consulting is the best. Even though the consulting firms go to great length to make sure they hire the right people, sometimes, rarely, but sometimes they do hiring mistakes. And it's a good way to get the people that are hired as a mistake out of the consulting firms. It may be ruthless, but it works. And the fourth myth, or fact, let's find out, is about the late nights. People associate consulting to working until 1 a.m. several days in a row, and even weekends. Is that true? Make no illusions, it's a very hard workload as a consultant. Your work is never done because you are serving a client and there's an infinite amount of ways to do so. However, the late nights are avoidable. And it's a myth that every single project involves working until late hours. It's not always the case. It depends first of all in your manager at the project. How good he is at scoping the project and assigning priorities to the team. Of course, it also depends on the partner who is overseeing that project and the relationship with the client, because the partner may overload the team with more requests to keep the client happy. Now, regardless of the situation, you, as a consultant, also have power to influence the work balance by voicing a concern with your manager, or by prioritizing your own tasks in a way that will ensure the work gets done without overloading yourself. So I've been in many situations, and I had my own teams in different situations and contexts. Sometimes, yes, burning the midnight oil, but in other situations, not at all. So in reality, it is a myth because it is not an inalienable condition of consulting. See you in the next episode where we will demystify another 4 preconceptions about consulting firm.